Alderman Bob Fioretti.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, Nikki, who's always been by my side no matter what, especially during the, whoa, as she gets there, especially during that bout with cancer. And we, you know, when we fought that, that was tough. And it was tougher than what this race was about. You know, when you lose all that 50 pounds, you put 45 back on, and all what you undergo. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank the staff. I want to thank my governmental staff, all three of you. But we did do change. But Chicago is faced with a crisis of vision, a crisis of poverty, a crisis of inequality, a crisis of violence. And we're not going to solve that today unless we all work together. And we can only work together when we have one vision, one goal, one Chicago. The mounting problems that we have, whether it's crime, economic development, education, can be solved here when we all work together as one. Because our better days are still ahead. This is not a defeat. This is just the beginning for all of us, because we are going to keep making change here in this city. And we can do what we need to do. And we can attack the problems by bringing jobs into our neighborhoods, dealing with the crime problem head on, and making sure that our children have the right kind of education. And when I say the right kind of education, not just pretend that we're doing something on pre-K and then giving free tuition for others. We do it by making sure that we have trades and vocations back in our high schools so they can use with their hands and they can have opportunities for good jobs. And we've got to make sure we create jobs in our neighborhoods, whether they're cooperatives or whether they're tax-free zones to bring small businesses back. At the same time, we've got to look at our educational system and realize that special interests do control. And this election was about special interests on one end, big donors on another, and the people of Chicago in the middle. We could say voter turnout was bad today, and we all know it. We've got to re-engage and connect with people so that they come back to vote here in this city and enjoy this city and say, I am proud to be a Chicagoan. At the same time, we need people that are going to say, you know, we can all do better if we work together. At the same time, we need to be looking at what we're doing when we have $32 million in a campaign fund, and what did that achieve? It didn't achieve much except rewriting history. It rewrote it through commercials that hit us over and over again. At the same time, we've got to look at why money was so much controlling in this election. And we all know the answer, because when you have no record to run on and you can only raise money, this is what we get. But we are going to keep this fight going. And I'm going to keep fighting no matter what we do here. We're going to make sure that we bring jobs and economic opportunities to our neighborhoods, that I'm going to address this crime problem. I'm going to keep fighting to make sure that our police officers and our first responders and those that have put their lives out there get the pensions that they deserve, and they're not taken away, because a pension's a guarantee for everyone in this city. And after fighting so hard for it and working so hard and living in this city, they deserve those pensions. At the same time, we've got to look at making sure that our neighborhood schools get the best. And we're going to do that by fighting for an elected school board. Now's the time to go to court and have it released and fight for our children, because an elected school board's the only way, by having the voices that matter most, our teachers, our parents, our students, to forge the education, not just a good education, a great education for every zip code in this city. And then finally, we need to help those small businesses. We need to reopen our mental health clinics today, not tomorrow, Mr. Mayor. Today we need to reopen them. And then we can start looking at what we need to do. I am so proud. And I say this from the bottom of my heart, you know, we are just beginning the fight to retake Chicago, to reclaim Chicago, and to make it a Chicago that it's a mosaic of neighborhoods, not just a melting pot, a mosaic, a living, breathing of everyone here in this room, every community become vibrant again, so we can no longer privatize, but we revitalize. I want to thank each and every one of you here. I want to thank everybody that voted for me today, because, again, we know how this election was run. We know what the differences can make. But I think each and every one of us stepping forward is going to make the difference of what Chicago is about. Because, look out, everybody, it will be a new Chicago. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jim.